Hi guys, so it's day 3, and as promised today, I'm going to touch on supplements and which supplements would be actually useful for our immune system. Now, before I mention supplements, I would like to say that if you are suffering from a virus, this is not the time to take piles and piles of pills. We do not know yet how does virus interact, with sort of like artificial supplements, really. So this is not the time to start taking something like that. The time to start taking supplements is now, if you have no symptoms, and really, the better we prepare our immune system for what's to come, the easier it will be for immune system to cope with sort of like any side effects of a virus. So first of all, let's talk about vitamin C, because I think everyone is probably aware that vitamin C is beneficial for your immune system, and it has been used in China for actually treating people. They do use intravenous vitamin C, which does behave a little bit differently um, than just the normal sort of vitamin C that we can get in our shops. So, how much to take? General guidelines are to take about 1000 milligrams of vitamin C daily for immune support. And you can either get a slow release vitamin C, which means that vitamin C is released quite slowly and you sort of like using up throughout the day. If you can't get that, then you should be splitting your vitamin C doses throughout the day. So morning, lunchtime, and evening, the way you should be splitting the doses, because we use that vitamin C quite quickly. So if you're taking, a fast acting vitamin C, you don't want to just use it all up in the morning and then have nothing in the evening. So try and split your dose. Now, is it possible to overdose with vitamin C? What happens when we take too much vitamin C? We actually start getting some kind of like diarrhea or something like that, and basically we just pee vitamin C out. So it is basically an expensive urine. So the body just gets rid of vitamin C that we don't need to use or that is in excess. So really overdosing on vitamin C, I would say, it doesn't really happen. It's quite unlikely. So if you need to take a little bit of a higher dose, you can do that as well. But really, I think vitamin C 1000 milligrams is quite a nice dose to just keep on going, and that should be, you can do that about 3 weeks on and a week off. That's the way I like to take vitamin C. So that's about vitamin C. What else? So then we have vitamin D, which really should be supplemented throughout the winter. So I really hope that after this sort of like virus, has finished, people will become a little bit more aware of vitamin D needs. Vitamin D really helps to support and modulate the immune system, and you should start taking it really sometime, from about September, October, and carry on until March, April, depending on the weather we're having, depending on whether you can get actually vitamin D from the sun. But even like little children, when they're born, NHS now is recommending to supplement vitamin D without even testing levels. Personally, I really like to test the levels because I need to know where a person is, because majority of the people I see actually are very, very deficient in vitamin D. So if you are completely deficient, you may need a lot higher doses. Then it is a standard recommended dose is about 2000 IUs or international units, but you may need a lot more. So that's where testing comes in, because if you are deficient, you may actually need more to bring your vitamin D levels up and to help your immune system to function properly. Okay, the other nutrient I wanted to mention is zinc. And zinc is very well known for immune support. It's great to take if you're having cold. That dose is about 25 to 50 micrograms. But again, if you are in the active state of the virus, just put the supplements away. This is not the time to be playing with supplements and having really, really high doses. So, 25 micrograms is actually a very good dose ongoing to take, especially through the colder months in winter. And zinc is really great immune support sort of like nutrient. Selenium is another one that really is viewed more like an antioxidant, and we can get that from our diet, depending if your diet is is kind of depending on your diet. I would say, if your diet is wholesome, you are eating nuts, seeds, Brazil nuts, where selenium can be found, then you may not need to supplement. But selenium has been identified as quite a helpful nutrient in these times because of the antioxidant action that it provides. Another one is vitamin A. Now, vitamin A is really good at protecting our mucus lining. So, as I mentioned in my first video, the virus is really attacking your mucosal layer, and that mucosal layer is mostly, it's sort of like in the nose here. And vitamin A just really helps to protect and to repair that mucosal layer. You can get vitamin A actually from foods like liver. Again, if you're pregnant, if you have some kind of liver condition, this may not be appropriate, but vitamin A is out there and is seen as a very good sort of mucosal supplement. And overall, looking at all the B vitamins, but in particular B2, B6, B12, they really are used up very, very quickly in times of stress. And we are living in this sort of like stress bubble at the moment. So a whole spectrum vitamin B complex can also be quite useful, because with everything that's going on, we are using up vitamin B levels very, very quickly. So that can be helpful as well. Really, you can get a really good multi-nutrient. You can get a multivitamin, multi-mineral formula. I really like a Cytoplan version, which will contain probably most of the nutrients that I mentioned in fairly good doses. But if you need to supplement something extra, I would say look at vitamin D, look at the levels. If you need to know where to test for vitamin D, just drop me a message and I'll send you a link. Very happy to do that. And maybe looking at adding some extra vitamin C, which has been useful overall for immune function. So that's a very short, quick video today. Sorry, I can't really personalize the supplement plan for you, because you will have your own individual needs as well. So that's why the video is quite general. But just get a really good quality multivitamin, multi-mineral formula that has B vitamins, that has selenium, zinc. Add some vitamin D if you need to, and add some vitamin C. And tomorrow I'm just going to talk very quickly about the health of our children, how to look after our children in these sort of like difficult times, how to keep them healthy, and how to keep them functioning, so they actually they don't get the viruses themselves and become poorly. So I'll speak to you tomorrow. Bye.